just a memory. 'Cause I don't wanna be just a memory on the screen. Oh, oh, I am waking up from a dream, yeah, yeah. Baby, come back to me. Baby, come back to me. I said, why? I don't wanna be just a memory on the screen.
And here we go. Is holding on holding you back? Are you holding on to misconceptions like, I can't do it. Oh no, not today. I'm too old. No, let it go. Let it go and just enjoy the movements. That's what it's all about. Movements and the freedom in your yoga. I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. You're doing it at home. Nobody's seeing you. That's the beauty of it, but you're going to feel really good when you're done. No commute time, nobody to look at and compare yourself to. It is just you, and that's all that matters. You and your body, as the bottom of the screen says. Do what is right for your body. Everybody's body is different. Every day is different. Oh boy, that's for sure. Some days this aches or that pains or whatever. Who knows why it aches or pains? But hopefully it'll go away. Move through it, breathe through it, but if it's painful, don't do it. That's the big thing. Don't do anything that hurts. If it's uncomfortable, come on, man up, do it. Just try, give it a go. See what works for you. It's a 1 hour long yoga practice. Today is our Friday. It's our Yoga Plus practice, and it's Yoga Plus Barre, plus Pilates, plus hand weights. So, just shake it up. Every day we're different. Every day we do something different. We do vinyasa yoga, we do yin yoga, we do restorative yoga. We shake it up and make it different. So just keep it fun, to just keep you on your toes. That's a good thing, and we'll come up onto our toes in just a minute, but just do it. The word to think about as you practice today, this is a strength practice. So think of strength. Think of being strong, because you are strong, and the older we get, we have to work at continuing to be strong or being stronger. So strengthen, it means to make stronger. Just keep at it. All right, you're going to use some props today. This is our prop heavy day. We've got a little bender ball. It's a ball that has a very thin membrane that makes it squishy. Don't inflate it all the way, because the idea is to create an unstable surface. Have one of those handy. If you don't have one, buy one next time you're out. All right, we've got 2 hand weights. You might want to have those, or get a couple water bottles. That works too. No big deal. An eye shade and a hand towel. Lori made this for me. I love it. So it's a hand towel or an eye shade for final Shavasana. A strap if you want. I'm getting a workout just saying these props. And 2 yoga blocks. Have some water handy and come on up to standing. All right, as we come on up to a standing position, lock a stress number into your head. A stress number on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. What's going on in your body? All right, so you got that stress number. We're going to work on bringing that number down, because gosh, isn't so much of movement. We want to feel better in our bodies, but we have stress, and we want to bring that stress down. A lot of the poses today are very familiar. They're all real familiar, but a little bit of changes here and there to keep you up on your toes. I think her ball is under the sofa, so she's kind of freaking out. But I'm not. I got my stress number locked in. Let's come into our confident stand. Spread your feet a little bit wider than hip width distance. Place your hands on your hips. Take a big breath in. Oh, and a big breath out. Let it go. Out your mouth. Sigh it out. Let it go. Start to pop on up to the balls of your feet. As you lift and lower, breathe in, breathe out. It's real life, isn't it? I think she needs, find the dog ball. All right, breathe. Come up onto the balls of your feet. Chest is lifted. Shoulders are back and down. Breathe in, breathe out, sigh it out. In through the nose, let it feel cleansing. And out through your mouth, sigh it out. All right, so strengthen your foundation. Strengthen your feet. You got it. All right, plant your feet solidly on your mat. Lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. Now plant your feet. Try to just lift your big toe. Plant that, dig it into the mat, and try to lift your other toes. Just try. Plant your feet, lift your arms up, extended mountain pose. Think mountains, think sky, think reaching high. Take a big breath in, and a big sighing breath out. Let's do just some arm sweeps. As you take a big inhale, lengthen up through your fingers. As you take a big exhale, let your arms come down, let them cross, and then lift them again. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, reach, lift, forward folds and baby back bends. Let's hinge forward at the waist. Let your fingers come toward the earth. Inhale, rise on up, hands to your low back, push your belly forward, chest lifts, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, and come on back, baby back bend. Forward, inhale, rise up, baby back bend. One more time. Exhale, inhale, rise up, baby back bend. Nice job. Spread your legs nice and wide, wide squat. All right, so legs are nice and wide. Bend into your knees. Just hold it here. Maybe your hands are on your thighs. Be strong in the thighs. Breathe. Maybe cactus out your arms. How's that? Take a big breath in. Exhale. Bring your elbows to your knees. Explode into that 5-pointed star pose. You know this one. You're like a big capital letter X. Exhale. Come on down, wide-legged squat. Elbows towards your knees. Maybe they touch your knees, maybe not. No big deal. Inhale, explode on up. Do a few more of these. Squat, elbow to knees, and rise up. 5-pointed star. Explode into that 5-pointed star. All right, let's change it up a little bit. What we're going to do now is bring opposite elbow toward opposite knee and reach. Opposite elbow toward opposite knee and reach. Breathe. It's going to be a good day, right? Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. What's holding you back? Just try a little bit. No big deal. Enjoy. Have fun with it. When you're ready, let's finish in a 5-pointed star. Breathe. Big breath in. Big breath out. Arms down by your sides, legs together. Big coat swing. No surprises here. Sway in the hips. Twist. It's twisting. It's not swaying. Twist in the hips. Look over your shoulder. One shoulder, then the other. Controlled twist. You got it. Breathe. 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 And when you're ready, let's finish up. Come on back to the midline of your body. Find the ball. If you don't have it, no big deal. Put the ball between your thighs. All right, you can have a chair nearby. Totally fine, or a countertop. Hands to your hips. Bend in the knees. Pop on up to the balls of the feet. Squat on down. Squat on down. Sit on down like a chair pose. Chair pose. Hold it here. Little teeny lowers and lifts in your body. Come on up. Come on down. Little squats. Breathe. Maybe come a little bit lower. Have your shoulders over your hips. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pulse. Pulse. Squeeze the ball. If you fall out of your feet, no big deal. Sit on low. Squeeze the ball. Start to squeeze it in. 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 Hold it here. Strong thighs. Strong quadriceps. You got it. Hello to Tammy, Liz, Stan, Lynn, Kelly, Linda, Lori, Scott, Peggy, Patty, Pamela, the Peas, and Bert. Oh my gosh, you too. I have something funny to tell you. You'll hear it in a few minutes. All right. So squat. Oh, squeeze. How are you doing? Thighs on fire? Oh yeah. And it's only just begun. Plant your feet. Remove the ball. Hinge forward, ragdoll pose. Put the ball aside. Feet hip width distance. Ragdoll, you know this one. Hands to opposite elbows. Let it go. Spread your feet a little bit. Maybe try it a little bit wider. Maybe let your belly come between your thighs. It does. Let it be. Gaze back towards your knees. Start to sway. One elbow to one side and the other elbow toward the other side. Whew, whew. I got some fun stuff to tell you. If you're a member of our group, Friends of 316 Yoga on Facebook, I'll post it later today. If you'd like to be a member of the group, I share lots of nice articles about what you're doing in your practice and just encouragement to stay fit, to stay young, to stay mobile. And that's what we all want. We want to stay mobile. Finish up. Come back to the midline of your body. And then give your toes a wiggle. Maybe you bring your hands on down. Breathe. Find your balance here. Look more between your legs as your spine decompresses. Then shake your head. So in our group, I post the articles, tell you some things, and just have fun. So check it out. If you'd like to join, just ask Friends of 316 Yoga on Facebook. All right, plant your hands on your mat. Come on down. We need a break. We need a break in child's pose. All right, take the variation of child's pose that you like. Today, I'm going to bring my knees wide, big toes touch, hips back to my heels. I'm going to reach for the ball at the top of my mat. Bring your head on down. If you can't get your head all the way down to the ground, put a block under your forehead. If you don't have a ball, you could put the blocks underneath your hands. If you have nothing at all, totally fine. Just stretch it out. What you want to do here is you're waking up your knees, nice bend in the knees and in the quadriceps, sending your spine long, tailbone to the back of your room, arms reaching to the top of your room. Lengthening in your spine, envision that. Lengthen your spine, decompression in the spine. Crown of the head more to the front of the room, forehead on the mat. Maybe shake your forehead. Turn your forehead, massage your forehead into the mat a little bit, and massage that ball into the mat as well. Nice stretch through the arms, through the armpits. Loosen up. Breathe. If you like, close your lips. Breathe in and out of your nose. As you build heat in your body and focus inward. Nothing wrong with focusing inward. This is our month of being kind to ourselves and taking care of ourselves first. And that's what you're doing by coming to your mat. All right, still your child's pose. Big breath in, big breath out. When you're ready, let's come out of the child's pose. And you know what? Maybe you want to stay in the child's pose longer. Totally fine. You do it your way. It's your practice. You want to feel good in your body, whatever that is. All right, I'm going to come to a neutral tabletop. Shoulders over the wrists, knees underneath the ankles. I'm going to knees underneath the hips. I'm going to press the tops of my feet into the mat. I'm going to do cat-cow. Good for your spine. Tuck your chin to your chest. Tuck your tailbone under. Push the earth away with your hands and your feet. Inhale, cow, just the opposite. Tailbone lifts and crown of the head lifts. I think it feels really good to lift the tailbone. What do you think? Breathe. All right, let's shake it up a little bit. You can continue to do your cat-cow just this way, or come to a neutral tabletop position. Extend your right leg long. Press the ball of the foot into the mat like you're like a runner at the starting line, ready to run the race and finish that race well. Remember, life is a marathon, not a sprint. All right, lift your leg up. The right leg lifted, cross it over the midline of the body, squeeze in the upper inner thighs, plant the ball of the foot on the earth, and then look over your left shoulder. Nice little twist here. Look back to your foot, maybe to your knee, maybe to your bottom. Sweep that extended right leg around to about hip height, or whatever works for you. Lift the right arm up to the sky, plant the right foot, look up, twist. Can you look to your hand? Take a moment, try, reach to your hand, exhale. Plant your foot, or plant your hand, plant your knee. Other side, left leg extends, press the ball of the foot into the earth. Woo. Cross the midline of your body, squeeze in the upper inner thighs. Keep the weight equally distributed in your hands, and then look over your right shoulder. Look to your right foot, look to your right knee. Feel what you feel, that's important. And then sweep the left leg around, plant the foot. Left arm lifts good and high. Breathe. Look up to the sky. Breathe. Finish. Plant the hand. Knee meets knee from your tabletop position. All right, here's a little difference. From your tabletop position, right knee to left wrist. And then bring it back to the starting position. Left knee, right wrist. So you're taking your opposite knee to the opposite wrist. No rush, no hurry, just cross the midline of the body. Press into your hands, knee crosses the midline, touch the wrist, a little different. All right, let's finish up. Find the ball. Let's take the ball, place it at the top of your mat, come to a neutral tabletop position, tuck your toes towards your shins, and lift your knees up just an inch or two from the ground. Hold it here in your little bear plank or crouching panther, either one. Breathe, hold it. Now, sway your knees a little bit. They're both swaying to the right, swaying to the left, pushing into the earth with your hands, and getting your toes ready for toes pose, right? Breathe. And let's finish. Plant the knees, bird dog pose. Maybe you want to take it on the ball. Take the ball, place it underneath your right knee. Ball is under the right knee. Draw the right toes towards your shin. Lift your left leg up. Nice and straight, knee to about hip height, toes drawn towards your shin. You can stay right here. If you're on the ball, see what I mean about an unstable surface? It's a bit of a challenge, right? If you don't use the ball, totally fine, don't sweat it. Your left leg is lifted. Let's challenge our balance a little bit. Lift the right arm, reach the right arm to the front of the room. Drive through your back left heel and through all 5 fingers of your right hand. Breathe, hold on. Draw the elbow to the knee underneath your belly button and reach. A little bit of cross body movement. You're prepared for this because you just did it in tabletop. Breathe. Finish. Hand down, knee down, other side for the ball. So place the ball underneath the left knee if you have it. The ball is really a fun addition. Get one. Try it, even as adults. You need fun toys. Draw the left toes toward your shin. Lift the right leg up, 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 knee to hip height. Extend the right leg long. Oh, get used to this feeling. I'll tell you why later. Keep the leg lifted. Add in the arm if you want. Reach, stretch, lengthen to strengthen that spine of yours. Maybe elbow to knee once or twice. Underneath your belly button. Your belly button. Breathe. I think that's about the same amount of time on that side, don't you? Hand down, knee down. Remove the ball. Spread your knees wide. Big toes touch. Child's pose with no props. Reach your arms long to the top of the mat. Knees wide in a wide-legged child's pose. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Sink your head down. Reach your fingers more to the top of the room. Let's get into our foundation. Come back to standing on your knees. When you're ready, grab your 2 blocks. Place them by your sides. Tuck your toes towards your shins. Have a seat on your heels. We do this pose a lot. It's an intense pose. And we're going to flow it today from the toes pose to an ankle pose. And the idea is to stretch that foundation, to work your ankles. They need strengthening. All right, press into your toes. If it hurts, come out of it. Don't do it. Hinge forward, whatever works. All right, in toes pose. Really try to let go of the tension in the feet. We're not going to be here super long. We're going to go to ankle pose in just a second. So just let it go. Now, flip the tops of your feet onto the mat using the blocks. Walk the blocks on back and then pop your knees on up, but keep them together. Balance on the tops of your feet. And really feel what you feel here. How does it feel? Kind of an unnatural pose, right? You don't do this very often, but your ankles need that full range of motion stretch. Let's do it again. Tuck your toes towards your shins. Sit back on your toes, sit back on your heels. Do it again. Come to the tops of your feet. Walk the blocks on back, pop your ankles up. You don't have to use the blocks if you don't want to. Find your balance. Breathe. And then finish. Come on down. Come back to that neutral tabletop. Remember that? Lift your feet up. Circle the ankles. Don't they feel refreshed? And then tap the tops of your feet out on your mat. Fire hydrant pose. Remember what I said about a straight leg? Remember that. All right, here's what you can do. I am not going to use any props today, but if you want, you can start using the ball or a block or your weight. It's up to you, but you're going to see, you're going to have to remove it in a little bit, but that's fine. All right, let's start in a fire hydrant pose. Lift your right knee and hover it above the earth. We did both of them a moment ago in a bear plank, so you can do this. Lift one up. Start to lift the leg to the side of the room. Envision a dog on a fire hydrant, right? Draw your toes of the right foot towards your shin. Lift and lower. Maybe you've got the ball behind there. That's fine. Sometimes we do that. But now you're going to have to remove it if you continue with this next exercise. Lift the right knee up. Knee to about hip height. Extend the right leg. Draw it to the side of the room like we did earlier when we planted it and we opened up in our cat-cow. But lift it and pulse the outside of the right ankle to the sky. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Different variation of your fire hydrant pose. Oh my gosh, what's next? You're gonna find out. Hold on, you got it. Breathe. All right, let's finish. Rebend the knee. Plant the right knee next to the left. Other side. Lift your left knee up. Let it hover for a second. You did 2. 1 knee's easy. You got it. Draw the toes toward your shin. Start to do your fire hydrant pose. Lift the leg to the side of the room. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Sometimes you do it with the weight, the ball. We've even done it with a resistance band. We haven't used those lately, or maybe you are continuing to use your resistance band. Good on you. Lift the leg good and high. Kick the left foot out. Pulse the outside of the left ankle up, up, up to the sky. You got it. All right. Just when you think fire hydrant can't get any harder, it's not harder, is it? It's enjoyable. Let's finish. Knee meets knee. Spread your knees wide, wide-legged child's pose. Come back. Hips to heel. Arms reach. Stretch it out. Wide-legged child's pose. And then finish. Come on back. Neutral tabletop. Donkey kick. All right. We'll start with the right leg. Same thing here. You could use your ball to begin with. You can put it behind your knee. I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to lift this leg up, bringing the knee to about hip height. Kick your heel in towards your bottom a little bit, and then take this moment to redistribute the weight equally in your hands, kicking your heel towards your bottom. And if you got the ball, now's the time to pull it out. because you're going to extend your leg long with that long lengthened leg, because we're lengthening to strengthening today. Pulse your heel. Up, up, up to the sky. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Sweep the extended leg around to the side and then sweep it back. Sweep it out to the side and back. Out to the side and back. To the side, maybe the foot comes to about hand level. Sweep it on back and pulse it up nice and straight. Breathe. Redistribute the weight equally in your hands. Lengthen through your spine. Breathe. Rebend the knee and pulse the foot up to the sky. Breathe. And finish. Right knee hovers next to left for just a moment. Plant the right knee next to the left on the mat. Left leg's turn. Lift it on up. Knee to hip height. Hold it here. Pulse the foot in, towards your bottom. Breathe. Still it. Pulse it up to the sky. Breathe. Have fun with it. Can you have fun with it? Breathe. Extend the leg long, and now pulse the foot up. Keep both hips equal distant to the mat. Press hard into your hands. You got it. Leg is long. Find length. Find extension. Sweep the leg around to the side. Let's pulse it up here. Bend the knee. Kick it out. A couple times. You move. Do what feels right for you. Straighten it out. Sweep it around. Midline of your body. Cross the midline of your body with this leg. And just sweep it around. So lots of ways to do this. So you always try to take the variation that feels good for you. I'm going to finish by bringing this leg long and straight behind me, pulsing it up a little bit more, bending the knee, going back to the way I know donkey kicks so well. Kick it up to the sky, and then kick it in towards your bottom. So many ways to do it. Play with it and make it fun. All right, knees come down, knees go wide, hips back to the heels, stretch it out. Reach. Extended child's pose. Big breath in, big breath out. Come out of it. Find the ball. All right, how are you doing? Take a drink if you need it. Gotta keep moving, right? You'll be happier for it. And I hope you're modifying this to make it work for you. All right, Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups on the ball. Ball to your low back. Lean on back. If you don't have the ball, you're gonna want one after this. It's just so fun. Buy one. This is called a bender ball. Lots of other ones online too. Bend your knees, soles of your feet touch. If you're fully reclined, that's fine too. Knees open wide, hands to purse center, little teeny pulses up, up, up. If you're fully reclined on your mat, or if you're on the ball, you could take your hands, bring your fingers lightly to your temples, elbows driven to the back of the room or to the ground. Pulse on up, up, up. I'm going to bring my hands back to purse center. Little teeny pulses on the ball. Now you're not throwing all your weight down on the ball, just little pulses. I should be able to come along behind you and just pull the ball out. That wouldn't be very nice, but that's the idea of how much pressure you should be placing on this ball. Now I'm going to reach my arms forward. I'm going to hike my heels closer to my groin. Do it if it feels good. Little teeny pulses. Breathe. Little teeny, almost like half lifts. Now take it a little deeper. Come back more onto the ball and then lift a little higher. Breathe, breathe. Little lifts. Maybe you're taking them a little deeper back and then a little higher up. Breathe. How are you doing? Let it be fun. All right, arms extending. Don't let your knees creep in back to the midline of your body. Keep them nice and wide and open. Breathe, breathe. All right, now let's do a boat pose. Bring your knees to the midline of your body. Lift your legs up. Lean on back onto that ball. Hands to purse center. Just hold it here. Breathe. Open up your arms. Fingers maybe lightly to your temples. And then bend your knees and your elbows and have them touch. Maybe keep your fingers on your temples. Open them up. Bend and reach. Elbows to knees. And extend in your boat. Breathe. How does it feel? You having fun yet? My fun meter's bagged. Let's come on up. Come on up to standing, or not to standing. Come on up to seated. Remove the ball, and it's time. It's time to do what we do just about every day. You know what? I'm gonna set a timer for 1 minute. can do a 1-minute plank. You do it your way, however you like. Maybe you decide to take a break and fully recline on your mat. Maybe you come to a neutral tabletop, walk your hands more forward, knees a little wider, hinge your weight forward and hold. Maybe you send your knees together, toes tucked, and hold. Maybe you press on up to a high plank. Maybe you come down to your forearms, elbows under your shoulders, fingers spread wide, staying on your knees, or popping up to a dolphin plank. Whatever you take, it's great. Maybe you take a break. Maybe take a bathroom break. It's all good. It doesn't matter. You've got to do what's right for you. We're going to set a 1-minute timer, and I'm going to come into a reverse plank. All right, so I'm going to plant my hands, fingers towards my toes. You can do a reverse tabletop, soles of your feet on your mat. Get ready for the timer. It's coming. Get in place. Maybe press on up and hold into a reverse tabletop. Or send your legs along and come into a reverse plank. Let's start the timer now. Here we go. 1 minute. All right. Alignment is important. Shoulders should be over your elbows, elbows over your wrists. Arms are straight. In a plank, you want to engage everything you got. We're over 10 seconds in. Take breaks when you need them. You come out of it when you have to. Lift. I'm going to lift my belly higher to the sky. Re-engage. If you're in a plank, again, same thing. Tuck your belly towards your spine. Stay tight, stay strong. Guess what? We are over halfway there. It helps to spread your fingers wide. Focus. Think of strengthening, that's important, and lengthening in the spine. We've got 20 seconds to go. Press into your earth. You got it. You're stronger than you think. And it doesn't matter if you're only here for 5 seconds. Maybe tomorrow it'll be 10. We've got 5 seconds to go for 1 minute. Hold on, push the earth away. And guess what? You're done. Come on down. Now take a break. Find your drink. Whatever you're doing, whatever variation of plank, you're good. Everything was engaged in your plank. It's really good. All right, let's do it again. Not the plank. Oh no, not the plank. Let's recline on our elbows and bring the ball to our thighs. All right, you can recline to your elbows. And remember, elbows under shoulders. Press your forearms into your mat. Ball is between your thighs. You can lift your thighs up and pulse them in, in, in. You know what? You could fully recline too. It's up to you. Pulse the ball in, in, in. You got it. Keep it. Don't quit. A little bit of a break, right? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Now lift your legs a little higher and squeeze them. So they're at about, I don't know, is that a 45-degree angle? Something like that. Lift them a little higher and squeeze and pulse the ball in. Lift them higher still and pulse the ball in, in, in. You got it. Start to slowly lower, lower, lower. Your legs nice and straight and long. Pulse is going on. Lower, lower. Tailbone is plugged to your earth. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Hover them a couple inches above the ground and pulse them in, in, and finish. Legs come down. Remove the ball. Send your legs up to the sky. Ooh, they feel light now, right? Light and airy and easy breezy. Arms tee out. Point your toes. Draw little circles on your ceiling. In one direction. Let the circles get bigger and bigger. Let the circles go in a reverse direction, starting big and going smaller. Low back massage, right? Focus on that. It's all good. Breathe, breathe. Finish up. Point your toes high to the sky. Lower one leg down. I'm going to start with lowering my right leg. Toes are pointed on both legs. Lower the leg, then send it on back up to meet the extended leg. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. I think that's about 4 times, right? Let's go for 5. And both legs are lifted. Other leg comes down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Maybe 2 more. Will that even us out? I think so. All right. Lift. Lower your legs slowly together all the way down to your mat. Let's do a Pilates roll-up. Lift your arms high above the sky. And you know what? It's like stick pose. Bring your palms together to touch. Reach through your fingers, point through your toes, stretch it out, wiggle it out. Let your hip flexors feel good. We're going to get into them in a lunge in a bit. We don't neglect anything, right? All right. Whew. Let's do a Pilates roll-up. Maybe toes are up toward the sky. Release your arms from each other. Lift your arms up parallel to each other to the sky. And then when you're ready, roll on up. And come on up to seated. Reach like a good old-fashioned, toe touches? Reach, reach, reach. And this is called a seated forward fold in yoga, right? Reach out, reach, stretch through the low back. Inhale, rise up, shoulders over your hips, arms go up to the sky. Come on down. Your heels are going to slide a couple of inches closer to your body. Lie on down, you're in control. And when you're ready, come on up. Arms are parallel to each other. Reach to the sky and then reach forward. Seated forward fold. Reach as far as you can, what feels good. Come back up, shoulders over your hips, arms reach to the sky. Roll on down. And then come on back up. Reach to the sky and reach to the front of your room. Reach beyond your toes. One more time. Roll on down. All the way down to your back. You've got it. Let your hands touch behind your head, overhead. Reach. Breathe through it. Seated forward fold. Reach. This time grab your ankles. Hug your elbows in. Reach your forehead, your nose, your chin towards your knees. Breathe in, belly is on your thighs. Breathe out, hollow it out, navel to your spine. Inhale, come on back up, shoulders over your hips, Pilates saw. Spread your legs good and wide. We do this often. Sometimes we do it with blocks in between our legs. Maybe that's what you want to do today. Toes up toward the sky, legs spread wide. Maybe you use the blocks and you're just going to hang out here, placing your forearms on your blocks. Put them at whatever height feels right. I'm going to tee out my arms for the Pilates saw pose, palms face down. Think pinky toes and pinky fingers. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. As you exhale, because you know you're sucking in your waist, you can turn more, turn toward one leg. I'm going to turn toward my right leg. Lengthen up. I'm going to take my left pinky finger and bring it to the outside of my right foot. Lift up and come back up to center. Twist in the direction of the opposite leg. I'm going to twist toward my left leg. I'm going to take my right pinky finger and place my right pinky finger on my left pinky toe. The other arm is straight. It's going to the back of the room. Rise on up. Back to center. Turn again. Reach the pinky toward the pinky. Rise on up. Turn back to center and do it again. You know, maybe it doesn't reach. No big deal. Think about it. Reach in the direction of. You'll get there. You'll get there. You just got to try. Just got to come back and do it every day. Not every day, but do it often. Come back and do your yoga every day. All right, I think we are done with the Pilates saw pose. Let's do a Pilates bicycle. Remove the blocks if you had them. Legs together. And you know, if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, a lot of us are getting that. If you have that, your doctor says you have it, ask the doctor if it's okay for you to rock on your spine. All right, let's do that a little bit if it's okay with you. Rock onto your spine. Come on back up. Rock onto your spine. Arms can be down by your sides, kind of makes you feel more secure. Rock on back up. Rock a couple of times. Gosh, remember when you were a kid? Memorial Day weekend or whatever, 4th of July, you would play outside. You'd do somersaults. You wouldn't even think of it. You'd just do. So, you know, honor that inner child. Come back to it. What's stopping you? All right, so for your Pilates bicycle now, send your legs up. Hold your hands on your hips, legs up toward the sky, and then bicycle. Point through your toes, bicycle it out. Chin is to your chest, legs are high, you're holding on to your hips. Pedal it out. Breathe. Now if you want, still your feet, legs pointed high to the sky. Let your toes Come overhead. Breathe here. How do you like it? If you don't like it, don't do it. Maybe let your toes be heavy as they come overhead. And you're closer to the ground than you think. Maybe try one leg to touch the ground, then the other. Maybe both toes, both feet touch the ground. And then finish. Roll on up. Come on back up to seated. I hope you had fun with that. All right, come on up. Let's find our weights. Woo, time is flying. Time flies by. Find your weights. Let's come up to standing. All right. Once you're standing, we're going to use these weights. Today, reach high, extended mountain. Breathe. Arms are lifted. Weights are lifted. Weights to your shoulders. Alternate weights. Maybe that's kind of fun. Pretend like you're dancing. Whatever. Breathe. Arms go up. Arms straighten. Weights are up to the sky. Add in some fun. Make it a little different. You know what you could do? Pop up onto the balls of your feet. Find your balance there. Breathe. Lift and lower the weights. I've got so much going on in my life. I bet you do too. I'll tell you in our group, Friends of 316 Yoga, it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. I'll tell you about it in the group if you're interested. Lift, lower. You got it. Come down to your feet, solidly planted. Tee out your arms. Pulse them up to the sky. Little by little, pulse, pulse, pulse. How does that feel? Switch to lower weights. If you don't like the weights, don't do them. Just use your hands. Or add a little bit of weight, maybe water bottles. Now bend your elbows, bring the weights to your shoulders, and extend. Whew, how does that feel? Keep your elbows high to like shoulder height. Chest is lifted and strong. You could always alternate. Do what you like. Breathe. Breathe your way. Strength. We all need it. All right, tee out your arms. Bend your elbows with your palms facing the front of the room. So your arms are cactused out. Little teeny pulses to the back of the room. Back, back, back. Chest is lifted. Hold them good and back. And then lift them up overhead. Bring them back to that starting cactus position and lift. Breathe. Focus, focus, focus. Strength in your upper back, so you will look taller. I got something funny to tell you about that too. Pam and Bert, you'll love it. All right, breathe, breathe. All right, rest the arms. Bring them down by your sides. Let those weights pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Lift the arms up to the sky. Bend the elbows, hands kind of interlaced. You can hold both those weights or ditch one if you don't feel comfortable with that. Hug your elbows in towards your ears and then lift and straighten the arms to the sky. Work the backs of your arms, your triceps. Breathe. Oh, breathe. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. You'll be doing better at the end of the yoga because you moved all that you got. Breathe, breathe. All right. Let's do bicep curls. Those are our triceps. Let's let our arms float down by our sides. Take that rest, shoulders away from the ears. When you're ready, like you're serving a tray, bring both arms out, parallel to each other, and then bend both elbows, drawing the weights towards your chest. Extend and draw them in. Alternate if you want. Just don't give up. Don't quit. Maybe it's no weights at all, and that's fine. Little bicep curls. When you're ready, let's finish how we started. Weights back to your shoulders, weights up to the sky, then to your shoulders. Lift and lower, one arm at the time, or both at the same time. Strengthen, lengthen, you got it. Hold the weights up good and high. Breathe, you're strong. Let the weights float down by your sides. Take a big breath in, and a big breath out. Take a big step forward with your right foot. Hinge forward with the weight into your right leg. Weights can be down, surrounding front foot. Lift your back foot up a little bit or a lot. Pulse the back leg up, up, up. A little bend in your right knee. Keep pulsing the leg up. How high do you want to take it? Let's try to take it and bring our leg up nice and high. Bring the weights close to the earth and hover the weights right here. Hold on. Hold it. pulse the left leg up, up, up. Just little pulses. Keep your balance. If you fall out, no big deal. Maybe put your hands down for a second or two and come back to it. Breathe. Left foot meets right. Roll your spine up one vertebra at a time. You still got those weights. Shoulders back and down, chest is lifted. Right leg steps back, right leg comes forward. Hinge the weight into the left leg. Little gentleness in the knee. We got to be kind to our knees, right? Let the arms float down toward to surround the left front foot. The left front foot, the left foot, the one that's planted. Lift the right leg up, little pulses up to the sky. Maybe bigger pulses, up, up, up. You got it. Hold it nice and high. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Embrace the little wobbles in your left foot because you're strong. It's amazing the balancing you're doing. Try not to overthink it. You got it. Little pulses of the leg up, up, up. Right foot meets left. Put the weights down. Roll your spine up, one vertebra at a time. All right, let's do You Will Look Taller. This is kind of fun. Reach your arms high to the sky. Remember You Will Look Taller, that pose we do so often? It's cute. Bring your legs together to touch. Bring your body into the shape of a letter Y for the word you. Each of those words, you will look taller. We're going to bring our body into those shapes. Press the backs of your hands to the back of the room. Bert and Pam, I thought it was so cute. Change the words a little bit on me. Not you will look taller, but your wife looks terrific. How's that? Isn't that cute? And she does, Bert. She looks terrific. Thanks to her yoga. Press the backs of your hands to the back of the room. You. Doesn't it feel good in the shoulders now? Bring your arms into a W shape. Squeeze in the upper back. That's where your good posture starts. W for will. L, elbows hugged in. 2 L's, forward and back. So you can look. Tee out your arms. Pulse them to the back of the room, taller. One more time, let's do it. You can do it against a wall as well. Oh my goodness, that's a real challenge. Keep the backs of your hands pressed to the back of the wall. You will look. T for taller, pulse it out and finish. Arms down by your sides, close your eyes. Don't you feel taller? Don't you feel stronger in the upper back? And that's what we're after. All right, so another popular pose that we do often, tree pose, Vrikasana. Root through your left leg. Open up the right knee to the side of the room. Let the foot slide on up to wherever you want it to slide up to, but just skip over your knee. Foot presses into the leg. Leg presses into the foot. Hips equal distant to your mat. Chair can be your best friend right now. It's all good. Hands to prayer center if you like. Grow your branches. Sway your branches. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe cross your branches, cross the midline of your body, however you want, finding your balance. And if you fall out, no big deal, get right back in, because what you're doing is you're challenging your balance. And you want to balance better, balance more, and you got to challenge yourself to make it better. Guide the knee back to the front of the room. Plant the right foot next to the left, other side, other opportunity to have fun. Root into your right leg, open up the left knee to the side of the room. Maybe today the challenge is to balance on the ball of the foot there and stay right there. Bring the foot up to the level you like. Remember, foot into the leg, leg into the foot is a big help. Root solidly into that foundational foot. Lengthen through your spine because you're strong. Grow your branches if you want. Find your balance. Maybe you like to close your eyes. Maybe you like to wobble from side to side. It's all good. Find your balance and just have fun with it. It's Friday. Never too old to enjoy the coming weekend and just have fun. All right. Let's finish. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Plant that foot together. Take a deep breath in. Hands together in prayer. Take a deep breath in. Have a moment of thanks for your body, for your yoga, how your yoga makes you feel. Put a smile on your face. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Fold forward. Find your yoga blocks. Let's do a lunge. Come down to your knees. Right foot forward, knee over ankle. Blocks to your mat. Left leg goes long and strong as we get into those hip flexors. Blocks by your side. Right knee over right ankle. Maybe you stay right here. We've done all kinds of things with this pose this week. All right, so here's what we're going to do today. Press on up, shoulders over your hips if you like that. Maybe you don't like it. Maybe you want to keep your hands right here on your blocks. I'm going to bring my shoulders over my hips. I'm going to lift my arms up to the sky. Reach through my fingers as I find length and strength. Then I'm going to reach those parallel arms to the front of the room like I'm handing someone a gift. And then reach. But actually, I'm receiving a gift. I'm receiving a gift, the gift of the yoga, the gift of how good it makes me feel. Reach a little farther. That person's just out of reach to hand you the gift and you really want it. Reach a little farther. Lengthen, lengthen, hold it. You got it. Breathe. You got the gift now. Come on back up. Arms go back up to the sky. Take a baby back bend. Toss it to the back of the room. Bring your hands down to your blocks. Bring your knees together to meet. Left knee forward this time. Same thing, same setup. Send the right leg good and long and straight. Hold on to your blocks. Knee of the left leg over the left ankle. Maybe press on up. Arms reach high to the sky. Arms reach forward. Forward. Maybe reach them another inch. Maybe reach them another inch. Reach, reach, reach. You know what it feels like to have something just out of reach that you really, really want. You can find that extra little inch. Arms come up to the sky. Baby back bend because you can. Yes, you can. And then finish. Hands back down to your blocks. Bring your left knee to meet your right. Little baby camel. Hands together. Hands on your hips. Hands like you're going into pockets of your jeans. Squeeze your elbows to the back of the room. Breathe. Look up toward the sky. Push your belly forward. Oh, open up through your chest. Elbows squeezing together a little bit more toward the spine. Breathe. Think of your chest lifting up to the sky. And then finish. All right, come on down. Put your heels, or put your hips, or your bottom on your heels. Hold on here. Here is your thunderbolt pose. Grab a drink if you want. There we go. All right, now let's come into a side lying deer pose. Take your eye shade and your towel and toss them up near your top of your mat. All right, so come on down to your side. Or have a seat and send your legs off to the side. So legs are both bent. This is a deer pose. Both legs are bent really generously, but both feet are going to the left side of your body. All right, now you can rest your hand like a kickstand onto your mat. I've got my knees bent and my knees are pointing to the right side of the room. I'm going to have my right hand come down. I'm going to place my hand on my hip and I'm going to start to lift my left leg. Little lifts, you know, adjust your arm, kind of that elevator elbow, and see how you like that. Kick it up a notch by adding the ball behind your knee. Don't have to if you don't want to, but lift it. Lift it, lift it, little pulses up. Now hold it up and little pulses in, kicking the heel towards your bottom. Breathe. Elevator arms, where does it feel best? In that foundational arm. Move the elbow to what feels good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze the ball good and tight, and then pulse the leg up to the sky. And let's do the other side. Remove the ball if you used it. Switch your knees. So the knees are going in the same direction on the other side. So both knees are down on the ground. Left arm's going to be my foundation. Now, I'm not mirroring you on this one. I should have. All right, and then bend your elbow. You can take the ball or no ball at all. Lift the leg up, up, up. Breathe if you want. Add in the ball. Lift it up, up, up. Maybe lift it up good and high and pulse it in with your heel. Squeeze it in good and tight and lift it. Lift it, lift it. That big IT band that goes up the outside of your thigh. Oh, how does that feel? Breathe, breathe, breathe. I want to squeeze it again just because I can, and you can too. You do it your way. Let's finish. I'm going to remove the ball. I'm going to come into a seated twist. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend my knees generously. I'm going to bring my left heel behind my right hip, bring my right heel behind my left hip. All right, so they're at my hip creases. I can hold on here, hold on to my feet, give myself a foot massage, lengthen up through the crown of my head. How does that feel? My right leg is on top, so that means my right arm is going to be my kickstand. Right behind my low back, I'm going to twist in the direction of my top leg. I'm going to twist to the right. I'm going to open up my left arm, press it into the outside of my thigh, and look over my shoulder. I'm going to come back to center, take a little gentle counter twist, and then switch out my legs. I've got my left leg on the bottom. I'm going to bring my right leg on the bottom. Left leg on top. Maybe that's about what you can do today. Maybe this is what you can do today. It's all good. I'm gonna work my heels toward my hip creases. I'm gonna sit up, lengthen up. Nice time for a foot massage. You did toes pose, you deserve it. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right, left leg's on top, left arm is the kickstand right behind my back. I'm gonna lengthen up a little bit more. Then I'm gonna take my right arm, press my right forearm into my left thigh and twist. You could do your hand too. You know, there's no real right or wrong way. The wrong way is if it hurts. The right way is if it feels good. And what feels good for you? Maybe holding the knee feels good. Maybe you can deepen the twist that way. Maybe with the arm extended, pressing the forearm into the leg. Feels super great as you twist. And then finish. Come back to the midline. Let's come into a bridge pose. Come on down to recline. Slowly take it down. So your feet are on your mat. Press your hips, press your heels into the mat. Send your hips high up to the sky. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push a little harder into the feet. And then roll your spine down one vertebra at a time. Let your left leg go long on your mat. Draw your left toes towards your shin so your calf is touching down. Bend your right knee. Hug the right knee in, good and tight. Circle the right ankle in one direction, then in the other direction. Hug the knee in, good and tight, good and tight, good and tight. You got it. Supine twist if you like. Left hand grabs the right knee, crosses the midline of your body. Right arm tees out. Let your shoulders stay down on the right side. Look to the right. Right hip comes down, knee goes back up. Hug it in again. Then extend it long. And the right leg is going to be long now, and the left leg is going to bend. Right calf is on your mat. Hug the left knee in, good and tight, really tight. Your arms are strong. Right hand guides the left knee across the midline of the body. Let the knee work toward the earth. It doesn't have to touch. Just feel what feels good. Make that good feeling even gooder by teeing out your left arm. Look to the left. Does that feel better? Does that feel good? Does that intensify it for you? It's all about that good feeling. Let your hip come down. Hug the left knee in again. Circle the ankle in one direction, then the other. Now send the left leg long to meet the right. Send both legs together, like they're glued together. The ankles are glued together. And send them up to the sky, high up to the sky. Now bend the knees. Left hand hugs left knee. We're going to go into a happy baby. Just a different way to come in. All right. Hold on to the right knee with the right hand. Rock a little bit from side to side. Really rock. Really rock. Let the knees, like in that deer pose, how they come to one side, let them go to one side, then let them go to the other side. Rock. And feel the goodness on the low back. You know what feels really is to put a little squishy ball underneath your low back, like a tennis ball works or a little lacrosse ball. Wouldn't do a golf ball. I think that would hurt. But you know, lots of ways to do your yoga. Come back to the midline of your body. Draw your toes towards your shins. Reach for your inner calves. Maybe reach for your heels. Hands capture your heels. Draw your toes towards your shins. Send one leg high to the sky. Happy baby. Ananda Balasana. And the other leg up. Breathe. Breathe. Your knees, your thighs are around the side of your belly. Their knees are like in your armpits. You're a happy baby in a little crib, doing what you're doing without even thinking about it. Send your heels high to the sky. Open up your legs into a letter V for victory. Take your hands maybe inside your calves, maybe inside your thighs. Let your pinky toes work toward the earth. Nice big stretch here. And then legs back, up to the sky, knees together, ankles together. Lower your legs together all the way down, because we can't forget our strong core. Legs are down. Best pose of the practice, final Shavasana. Heels to the edges of your mat. Get comfortable here. Maybe the pinky toes fall more to the edges of your mat as your hips externally rotate. Wiggle your bottom, wiggle your shoulders. Get comfortable. Cover your eyes with your fabulous friend-made eye shade or your towel, arms down your sides, palms face up, because you are receptive to goodness today. Nobody's holding you back. Take a deep breath in. Maybe a deep sighing breath out. Let it go. Breathe. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Wiggle your shoulders down and tuck them under your back. Oh, just breathe. Let any tension go. You are free. Free from doubt. Free from worry. You're free. Your life, your body, you only go around once. Make the most of it and take care of what you got. Deep breath in and deep breath out. All right, here's the deal. If you've been practicing with me for a while, I encourage you to stay longer in your final Shavasana pose. Maybe you have your remote control right next to you. Maybe that's part of your routine. Go ahead and hit the pause button and stay here longer with the focus on your breath. If it's time for you to wrap up this hour, let's start to wiggle our fingers and toes. Deep breaths in, and deep breaths out. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Inhale, reach high overhead. Take a big good morning stretch. Wiggle your shoulders, reaching one arm higher to the top of the mat than the other, like you're climbing a ladder. Oh, get into your shoulders. And then finish. Still your body. Bend your knees and your elbows and roll into the fetal position on whichever side you like. Elbows bent, arms bent. Use your low arm's bicep as a pillow. Soften in the top shoulder. This is the breath. Savor it. Appreciate it. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Maybe you say to yourself, I am a better person for doing my yoga today. I will get more accomplished today and feel more in the present moment because I did my yoga and my Pilates and my bar and my weights. When you're ready, slowly press on up to a comfortable seated position. Whatever that is, maybe you go back to that deer pose. Hands to prayer center. Lengthen up through your spine. And exhale, soften up in your shoulders. Blink your eyes open. You did it. You did it. 1 hour. I think it goes by fast. I hope it went by fast. I hope it was fun. You're familiar with all the poses we did, most of the poses we did, and we just shook them up a little bit and changed them a little bit. So good for your brain, so good for your body. So the question I asked in the beginning, I'll go back to it. What is holding you back? What are you holding on to that's holding you back from achieving what you want to achieve? You're not too old. You are able. You are capable. Just let go. Let go of those delusions and get moving. All right, that's it. Stress number, what was it? What is it? Put a smile on your face. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your day. And think of these things: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. All right, see you on your mats tomorrow. Check out our group, our private group, Friends of 316 Yoga on Facebook, and I got something fun to tell you. All right, love you guys. Bye. See you tomorrow. Hey, you. Good girl. You're a good Thanks girl. For being here. Okay, think about this. Clarity is that moment when we can see best without even opening our eyes. All right, so what does that mean? Just focusing inward. And you kind of know when you focus inward. You know when you're doing the right thing. And your yoga is certainly the right thing. It's working. You're being more flexible, you're being more mobile, and you're getting stronger. Tell your friends how good the yoga is for you. So let them have that moment of clarity. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody. They can check us out on Facebook and YouTube. You know that. Show them how to do it. And if you'd like to support our broadcast, check out our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Thanks for being here. See you on your mats tomorrow and find your inner clarity.